Welcome to SVG Television's Evening News and Sports for Friday, November 15th. I'm Carol Cato with the details. As part of activities to commemorate Energy Week, the Chamber of Industry and Commerce hosted a business fair yesterday at the cruise ship berth. The event was held under the theme, Increasing Probability Through Energy Efficiency. President of the Chamber, Christine De Silva, thanked the Energy Unit for partnering with them to host the business fair.
The statement of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Chamber of Industry and Commerce is to build organizational commitment and capacity to deliver sustainable, developmental and innovative solutions to all businesses, partners and stakeholders. The Council had taken a decision several months ago to undertake this event, as energy is a topic that always emerges as being the major constraint to the competitiveness of our goods and services. The decision to partner with the Energy Unit means that we are now able to reach a much larger audience than just our members as originally planned.
De Silva noted that it is no secret that energy costs in SVG are very high, and it remains one of the most significant overhead expenses to many businesses. Hence, the Chamber decided to host the business fair to educate their members on how best to reduce their energy output.
Benefits of these solutions are not only individual but has a much wider reaching effect. Research has shown that successful implementation of energy efficiency measures would have a significant positive impact on the world's climate and energy needs. It could reduce the growth in global primary energy demand by 50% and lower oil production by almost 13 million barrels a day, which is more than the current production of Saudi Arabia. In St. Vincent, the benefits of improving energy efficiency may be well understood, but it is a rather weak correlation between energy efficiency awareness and energy-saving behaviors on part of the consumers.
Meanwhile, De Silva is encouraging Vincentians to see how best they can reduce their energy usage. According to the Chamber President, it is quite easy to target the supplier of the energy over the high costs, but consumers have to take responsibility for their own action with regards to the amount of energy they use on a daily basis.
We at the Chamber intend to continue our focus on assisting our members and the wider business community by raising awareness of the issues that affect us all and help in identifying ways to alleviate the challenges in the face of today's emerging but still struggling economy. The Council of the Chamber look forward to more partnerships such as today's that serve to strengthen existing ties between public-private sector, creating synergies and collaborations that add value and positive change to the business community and the country at large.
Energy efficiency can achieve great savings for every Vincentian and the country on a whole. That's according to Chief Executive Officer of the St. Vincent Electricity Services Limited, VINLEC, Thornley Myers, who was speaking at the fair. Myers outlined that if energy is conserved, domestic and commercial consumers will save a lot.
We are the producers of electricity, and we understand the need to be efficient. At our Kane Hall office building, we introduced a set of energy-saving measures, and we have seen just about 20% reduction in our energy consumption. If we can do it, we believe that US businesses can do it. To add to that, at our Kingston building, we have retrofitted our building and we have seen approximately 15% savings in energy. If we can do it, you can do it.
The VINLEC CEO noted that there are several energy-saving products which persons should familiarize themselves with, but there has to be a change in the mindset of the people as well.
We've had to, in our business, communicate to our staff the importance of using energy, not just providing technology. Persons have to understand that you have to change habits, you have to change lifestyles. There are many persons, the lifestyle at work and that which is at home are completely different. Because at home, they're responsible for paying their bills. At work, somebody else pays the bill, not realizing that we pay the bill. Because when it's a business or when it's government, it essentially, we all as taxpayers will pay the bills.
Over the past 3 days, a number of faith-based leaders were taught and reminded of the important role they play in addressing the issues of stigmas and discrimination against persons living with and affected by HIV and AIDS. Speaking to SVG Television, Councillor Samuel Joyles said the workshop, which was put on by the National AIDS Secretariat in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment, was designed specifically for religious leaders to better equip them with the deal to better equip them to deal with the issues of HIV/AIDS transmission, care, and treatment.
The meeting convened at the Methodist Church Hall, and we have had representation from various churches throughout the island. Wish we would have had others, but we have had a good representation. I am certain that the participants received very useful information. The discussions were very frank and animated, and I am confident that going back to their churches, they will be taking back useful information that they can help with perhaps people who are infected or affected in their congregation and in the wider community in a whole.
And Dr. Robert Wright of the National AIDS Program of Tortola, BVI, says he is confident that the information shared in the 3-day workshop would positively impact many lives in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I've had the pleasure of visiting a number of Caribbean countries to deal with this very sensitive and necessary topic of stigma and discrimination. The efforts by the organizers and the participants' enthusiastic response has made me very sure that we will have an impact on the people that we are called to serve. We're not here to bring any kind of new gospel, but we are here to bring a new thought process, and maybe a change in the mindset of how we treat those in need. And I think that the 3 days have been very, very fruitful, and the seeds that were planted will bear good fruit.
Meanwhile, some of the participants spoke on how they benefited from the information that was shared at the workshop.
I am Pastor Shane Franklin from the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I was one of the participants in the just concluded HIV workshop. I was quite informed and enlightened in various forms as it relates to information that will help me individually and also as a leader in my congregation to ensure that my members are equipped to handle and to deal with individuals who are affected by HIV or AIDS.
I'm Pastor Moderna Cupid from Spiritual Baptist Archdiocese. I was very, very, very impressed of the information that was given to us for the 3 days.
I am Pastor Ezra Commonbatch of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies. The reality is that this issue of HIV and AIDS is an issue that affects or infects a number of persons. You may be infected, or you may know someone who is affected by the disease. And so this workshop really was very insightful in terms of how we as ministers, and probably even as congregation members, as lay workers in the church, how we can really help to be the ministers that Jesus intended for us to be.
At least 20 persons here are now equipped with the necessary skills and capabilities to carry out inspections of all fresh fish and fish products for local consumption and other markets abroad. According to the Communications Unit in the Ministry of Fisheries, out of a total of 29 persons who were trained in a workshop which took place in October, in the discipline of fishery inspection, there were 19 were issued with fish inspector identification cards, which will enable and give them authorization for the inspections of all fish products, landing sites, fishing vessels, and fish processing establishments. The training was conducted by the staff of the Fisheries Division and focused on the disciplines of quality assurance and product development, guided by the Fisheries Procedural Manual for the official control of fish products. Fisheries Officer Dr. Lucille Grant, who conducted the activity, indicated that this is an ongoing training activity that will be held annually. She said it's being done to augment the number of fish inspectors within the division and to advance preparations for future expansion to fish exports to traditional and non-traditional markets. The participants were selected from the Fisheries Division, Animal Health and Production Division, and the Environmental Health Department in the Ministry of Health. A number of persons here yesterday capitalized on the opportunity to have free diabetes, hypertension, and other tests done as the country joined with the rest of the world to mark World Diabetes Day. Digicel, Careers Pharmacy and iFocus Inc. collaborated to offer the free testing to persons in Kingstown. Registered optician Kayla Simmons said that such an initiative is always necessary as diabetes continues to claim many lives. As a result, there's the need to continually educate persons about the non-communicable disease.
This is rampant in the Caribbean. Today in itself, about 5 out of 6 of the people that we have seen have some kind of start of diabetic retinopathy. So there's a big cause for concern. So our goal here today is to just educate the public about why it's so important to be screened early for diabetes.
Meanwhile, some persons took the time out to state how they benefited from the free testing.
I learned to take care of yourself if you have diabetes, do the right thing. First, you exercise and drink water and live a healthy, positive lifestyle. I learned everything about healthy living style and what you must eat, from what good from you, what making you sugar, all kind of symptoms.
The 2013 Faces Trading Secondary Schools Drama Festival got off to an exciting start last evening at the Peace Memorial Hall, with the Camden Park Secondary delivering their first presentation of the competition. Speaking at the brief opening ceremony on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Asfo Stevens says while drama is most times overlooked by many, the art is very important as it helps to develop one's cultural expression and should be viewed as a national product.
Drama builds self-confidence, imagination, empathy, cooperation, concentration, communication skills, problem-solving skills. Drama builds fun. It creates fun. It is an emotional outlet. It is relaxation. It provides self-discipline, trust, physical fitness, memory, social awareness, and aesthetic appreciation.
Meanwhile, Alpian Tony, representing Faces Trading, the major sponsor of the event, expressed much thanks to the Ministries of Tourism, Sports and Culture and Education for affording the company the opportunity to be on board with the event.
We thought it was an opportune time for us to, in a meaningful way, give back to the community which support us on our daily sojourns. Throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we distribute a number of brands, and people throughout the country continue to support us. And we feel that this is another opportunity where we can give back to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and giving back to the youth.
The Camden Park Secondary School's production was Jenny's Plight. Here's an excerpt from that play.